Queremos que esta sea la COP que ponga los cimientos claros y sólidos del nuevo acuerdo climático global, a través de un documento con elementos básicos que expresen un balance entre acción climática y desarrollo sostenible.
In December 2014, Peruvians took on an unprecedented challenge, organizing the 20th conference of the parties of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, and the 10th meeting of the parties to the Kyoto Protocol. Thus, Peru bet on the future and took concrete action to attain low-carbon development. As a result, the Lima Call for Climate Action was signed, which strengthens the climate negotiation process on the road to COP21, to take place in Paris in 2015.
Et que le succès de Lima prépare le succès de Paris. Merci beaucoup.
This decision was fulfilled during ADP negotiations in Geneva, and on the basis of the document, the negotiation text was approved. The Lima decision established a number of universal duties, among which stand out the INDCs towards mitigation and adaptation that each country will submit. Also, developed countries were urged to financially support developing countries. And in terms of mitigation finance, the Green Climate Fund exceeded its $10 billion target.
Quiero anunciar que el esfuerzo del Perú se verá reflejado en un aporte al Fondo Verde ascendente a $6 millones, contribución que significa la alta prioridad que el Perú le otorga a este compromiso común.
The initial work plan for the mechanism for loss and damage, the progress in reinforcing national adaptation plans, and the Ministry Declaration on Education and Sensitization are to be highlighted among conference achievements. For the first time in COP history, the participation of women was promoted in their role as agents of change, and the Lima Work Programme on Gender was approved.
We are here to listen all voices. We are here to move the action.
The Climate Action Day was also established. It seeks to acknowledge all state and non-state actors who fight climate change. This event set a precedent and left us the Lima Paris Action Agenda, which reflects progress made in the pre-2020 ambition, as well as what follows afterwards and the actions that have been carried out. International climate negotiations also led to results at a domestic level, such as funding for sustainable transportation, clean energy, and forest conservation projects. Cooperation agreements with Chile and Brazil were also signed, as well as the declaration of the Pacific Alliance on Climate Change. Heads of state, government representatives, delegations from all over the world, press and civil society, such as the private sector, academia organizations, young activists and representatives of indigenous peoples met at COP20. They had an active participation in decision-making, sharing their ideas and exposing their needs in the fight against climate change. Besides, thousands of youth participated through the COP20 Volunteer and Play Your Part programs, which gave support before and during the event.
Nunca antes se había puesto tanta valentía en la preparación de una sede. Nuestro más profundo agradecimiento.
Lima received around 14,000 people in a venue the Peruvian government built especially to foster dialogue among all parties. Plenary sessions, bilateral and multilateral meetings, thematic days, lectures and press briefings took place there. The Voices for Climate Fair took place at the same time. It aimed to generate a participation and learning space for citizens, allowing them to take part in COP20. thousands of national and international visitors were received, and the fair offered different education and sensitization activities to raise awareness among citizens on the importance of climate change. Voices for Climate also had an Indigenous pavilion, which promoted participation of native communities and received their proposals. Organising COP20 has been one of the best decisions made by Peru, because the proposals to the global debate on climate change lay the foundations to build a low-carbon growth future, guaranteeing sustainable and climate-responsible development. Additionally, COP20 showed that Peru has assumed the climate responsibility as a state policy, showing its leadership through acknowledgement. This is why we can say COP20 in Lima accomplished its goals successfully.
And what we have done here with the Lima call for climate action, it is your work. It is your heart and it is your feeling to Peru and what Peru have done for you. So thank you, really thank you very much.